Hey guys, it's Becky from thecookierookie.com, and today I'm coming to you with one of our very favorite holiday side dishes, make-ahead mashed potatoes. One of the things that's always kept me from wanting to entertain on the holidays is all of the work the day of Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter. No matter when it is, you don't want to slave away in the kitchen all day. That's why these mashed potatoes are awesome. You can make them up to 48 hours in advance, have them ready to go, and you are set. Everyone at the table needs mashed potatoes, especially on Thanksgiving, and I hope you love this recipe. We're gonna do a couple topping options. You're gonna love it. Let's get started. We've already washed, peeled, cut our potatoes, and we cut them into eighths. So you wanna get regular size Yukon Gold potatoes, cut them into eighths. That will be the easiest to mash. And we like to steam our potatoes. That way you don't have all that extra water, which can end up making your potatoes really gummy, which we're gonna talk about a little bit more here in a second. But so we are already ready to go. These have already been steamed and they are tender, ready to mash. I've transferred the potatoes to the bottom pot, and now we're gonna add our cream cheese, butter, salt, and pepper. And we're gonna mash right in the pot over the heat in order to get all that extra liquid nice and steamed out. Pepper and salt. All right, we're gonna mash directly in the pot. Depending on how you like your mashed potatoes, you can mash them as little or as much as you like. We like to keep a little bit of texture in there. I don't like them too smooth. Once you've mashed that in, we're also gonna add a little bit of half and half or cream, make things extra creamy. And again, just mash right in the pot. Okay, we're ready to put in our casserole dish, and then we can either wait and keep it in the fridge for 48 hours or bake it right away. The choice is yours. We're gonna pour these in a greased casserole dish. Just kind of press them down. We like to add a little bit of chives on top. And then we're going to make a Parmesan crust for the top, but you can actually bake them just like this if that's how you prefer them. That's how I photographed them for the blog. They're delicious that way, but I thought it'd be fun to do an extra topping today as a little extra treat if you want to go the extra mile. So we'll set these aside, make our topping, and then we're ready to bake. For our topping today, it's really simple. We're just gonna do breadcrumbs, Parmesan, and butter, and we're gonna mix them in a bowl. I like to start it with a fork, but then just use your hands to make kind of a crumble, like if you would be making a peach crumble or whatnot. Soften butter. So get it started with a fork, kind of mash it all together, and then we're just gonna use our hands to finish it into a crumble. Get in there with your hands. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's all gonna melt into the mashed potatoes, so once it's crumbly like this, you're probably ready to top your potatoes. All right, so we're just gonna crumble the cheese and breadcrumbs right on top. This makes the perfect crust. And again, this part's optional, but I really do think it's a great topper. So if you're making this as a make-ahead mashed potatoes recipe, you would wanna make the topping right before baking. So you don't wanna leave it in the fridge with the topping on, but if you are making it just as the base layer, you can make it up to 48 hours ahead, refrigerate, and then bake when you're ready. At this point, we're ready to bake and ready to enjoy. Right, hot and steamy make-ahead mashed potatoes ready for the Thanksgiving feast. Hop over to thecookierookie.com for the full details.